So a couple of days ago, I went on a date with my homeboy. We went to the cinema and watched the new Chainsaw Man movie. It's quite funny how both of us don't follow Chainsaw Man. My friend stopped reading the manga after season 1 of the anime, and I probably only read like 10-15 chapters of it. Nonetheless, we still watched the movie, and by God, it is probably the best movie I've watched this year. Now, granted, this is the only movie I watched this year, but even if I watch a couple of different movies, it would still be number one. Like, it's so good, I decided to make a video about it after abandoning my channel for, I don't know, half a year maybe. By the way, there's not really anything I can display on the screen, so enjoy me playing some Holocure. Also, this is just a yap session, not a review or anything. Spoiler warning, this video will talk about what happens in the movie, so if you haven't watched it, look at the screen right now. If there is a timestamp displayed, that's where to skip to avoid spoiler. But if there isn't any, just watch the video in 0 volume so I can still get the views for it. Now, the film starts with Denji going on a date with Makima. I really like the quick shot change of scene where they watch a movie, discuss it in a cafe, back to watch another movie and review it again. I really like the imagery here. Is imagery correct? I don't know. I like how this scene is drawn, if that's correct. Where like by each movie the amount of people in theater keep decreasing until there's only the two of them. Also because I never consume any Chainsaw Man media, I don't even watch the trailer for this film. I thought that this movie would be, straight action. Instead they made you realize that instead of action, they focus more about how Denji learns to fall in love, how to love someone, which made me more drawn to him. I can sympathize with him more, as someone who has never really fallen in love. The movie continues on about the main topic of love, where Denji met and get to know the other main focus of this movie, Reze. And the movie tells you immediately that Reze is better than Makima by the way that they animate such a basic scene, such as them getting to know each other, talking. They animated those better than they animate Denji's whole day going on a date with Makima. They animated things in such a beautifully fluid way, which I kinda expect from an anime movie, not a weekly show. But it still blows my mind. It still goes above my expectation. Take the pool scene where Reze and Denji decided to go for a swim in a pool at night, but they're naked. Now that sounds like a typical fan service in anime, and I thought that too. Instead, we get this beautiful scene of two teenagers playing in the pool like normal human beings, which Denji is still debating about. Is he human? Is he not? The whole scene is again beautifully animated, such as that a scene with woman wearing nothing doesn't feel like a dirty scene. Instead, we got this beautifully animated scene that, for me, humanized the character, that made you, realize that although Denji is this human demon hybrid, whatever it's called, he is still a child inside. He is still someone who hasn't grown up mentally. So this is just that. This is just playing around. And the music that complement this scene is so beautifully, wonderfully composed. A slow piano that somehow for me feels like that La 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 Land piano. The piano, right? I don't know what's that called. I kinda also never watched La La Land. Also, during the whole pool scene, they sometimes change into a shot looking at a butterfly trapped in a spider's web. For me, in my own personal opinion, right, that like kind of subtly hinting foreshadows how Denji is now trapped by Reze. He is now confused about this feeling. Is this love? And if this is love, what about Makima? After this beautiful pool scene, we have a scene of Reze getting cornered by an assassin trying to kidnap her, thinking she might be Denji's weakness, only for her to go behind the assassin and choke him to his demise. While choking, Reze began singing a song which I assume would be Russian, while her face shows no emotion, no regard of the current situation. Here we have another beautiful scene where it shows that maybe this girl is not what she shows, with her, haunting singing accompanied by the scene, of the school that is completely empty, which for me, again, in my own opinion, symbolize her mental state or her heart empty. After this, haunting scene, we have another beautiful scene, the festival, which was animated to look like a dream, because for me it is. This is just a dream waiting for the viewer, for Denji to wake up to whatever the reality is with Reze. One thing that I really like about this scene, one thing that I really like about this festival as a whole is that they are always shot in Denji's point of view, further making us feel like watching a dream, because it is reminiscent, because it is similar of a typical dream scene in any movie, in any anime, with the dreamy music that somehow make you almost forget what Reze just did like 10 minutes ago, with the haze and everything. And then we reach to what, in my opinion, the climax of the movie. Reze confess his love for Denji and then kiss him and also bite his tongue off and also stabbing him. This scene is scary, but also again beautifully done. How many times have I said beautiful? We still have that same dreamy music from the festival, but it gradually became more and more like distorted, turning into a typical horror theme where the ghosts finally show up as Denji slowly realizes what happened to him. And then we have Beam, kinda Denji's underling maybe, a shark fiend that came to the rescue and finally tell us the real identity of Reze, the bomb devil. This is, I guess, where my small critique start. The whole movie until this point has this, horror thriller vibe. But the moment Reze's identity got exposed, it just completely left the horror aspect of it. Which for me is kinda disappointing. Like, the start of it perfectly built this uneasy, something is wrong vibe. But the second there's a need for action, they ditch the horror aspect of it, like it somehow never existed. Despite my critique of the sudden jump though, I do like the action here. Now, as a person who rarely watch any action anime, I don't know if this is the normal of today for animation or this movie is just special, but it is so damn good. Like, the explosion is clear, like not transparent, but it's not randomly drawn. Like, these explosions looks real. Another thing that I really like is when some scene goes like fast paced but suddenly slows down, like almost into a stop. Hands down, one of my favorite, I don't know, I guess you can call it a trope. Another highlight for me is whenever Reze snaps her finger, the initial explosion effects, how the light sometimes turn into like a halo, a circle in her hand, or a lightning appears, how it goes into a slow motion, and how the animation turns into black with white outline. Masterpiece, chef kiss, perfect. Well, like, Like Reze in general is beautifully animated. How every individual like fuse come together to make her body. How she changed the shape of her body. How she used her power in an unusual fashion. Perfect. Another thing I like is whenever Aki gets vision from the future devil, the foresight is just like so colorful and vibrant. It's beautiful. It's also surprising. I like it. There's also a scene where after the fight with Typhoon Devil, it goes on like an animation change so much that Denji looks like his first volume cover art, the color and everything. There's also another good scene where Reze is beating up Beam and the movie turns black and white, but it slowly goes yellow like explosion color inside of Beam's body as Reze's punches keep hitting. Another stunning scene is where after this whole fight happened, Denji throw himself and Reze into the ocean, and the background music shifted from this like heavy and fast-paced piano into the slow piano that is used in the pool scene. And they keep having fragments of flashback in the pool scene, like kind of drawing a comparison between these two scenes, where the first one was them playing around together and now them trying to kill each other. As someone who never really watched Chainsaw Man, the first impression I had of Makima is just that she is a bit cold. But after leaving this movie, you could call me a proud Makima hater. Like, I thought the movie would end on kinda a good ending, and Makima has to ruin it for me. Like, it caught me so off guard that I almost cry a bit. Now, the talk about the movie ends here, but I do have a couple of things. Well, two things I want to talk about the credits. Not the post-credit scene, just the, rolling credit. Like, I remember seeing Cygames in the credit. What is a game company doing here? Like, not trying to criticize or anything. I'm just surprised, Like, is there a gold ship somewhere in this movie, perhaps? I don't know. Also, still talking about the credit, I also remember seeing Kim Bom-soo's name there. Like, the Kim Bom-soo. The dude who made Pogo Shipta, the OST for Stairway to Heaven. Like, what is this dude doing here? Like, I thought maybe he did some music for this movie, but I couldn't find anything about it. So if you guys know anything about it, I don't know, leave it in the comment down below. Maybe it's just another person who has the same name. Or maybe I remember wrong. Like I said earlier, the talk ends here. Also, the video ends here as well. So, leave a like if you like the movie. If you don't like the movie, also leave a like. Comment down below. What do you like? What do you don't like? I don't know, share this movie to someone who hasn't watched it so they get spoiled. And next week, I promise I will upload a video. We will be talking about one of my favorite animes. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.